everyone, Megan Marsh here with Select Mortgage in Erie, Pennsylvania, bringing you your mortgage information. It's been a really long time since I've done a blog. So we're in our busy season right now. Everybody's buying houses. We're still refinancing. The rates are extremely low. What I wanted to go over today was the mortgage do's and don'ts. There's a sheet that I give all of my buyers when they come in and apply for a mortgage. I'm going to try to post this below the blog so that you can see it. But it has some really good information on there. It doesn't matter if you have perfect credit, if you're still working on your credit, how much money you're making. You should really look at this sheet here because there are some things that are on here that will affect if you get a mortgage and how easy the process is for you. It doesn't matter right now who you are. Getting a loan is a challenging process. There is so much documentation that was needed. If you did a loan 5 years ago, you didn't need to provide your pay stubs or your bank statements or your 401k statements. But now, since we've had a lot of trouble in the mortgage industry, everything is really, really strict. So when people come in, I go over with them, here's what you really need to do and not do when you're pre-approved and when you're applying for your mortgage. This will make your life easier as you go through the process. And I just want to explain to you why we need certain things. So first, let's go over the do's. When you are getting pre-approved or buying a house, make sure you keep all your originals, your pay stubs. You can't go and get a printout from your employer. It needs to be a pay stub that you've been issued. So if you're a shredder, don't shred. Act like you're an accountant and save everything right now because you will need to give it to your loan officer. If you bring information in to the bank or to the loan officer you're working with, ask them to make a copy for you. Always hold on to one. You have to remember banks have hundreds of files, so it's very easy for one little piece of paper to go missing. So always keep a copy of everything that you're being provided for in case you need to provide it again. The second thing is tell your loan officer everything. Sometimes when I'm doing a loan, I don't think anyone means to do it, but they won't mention that they have a bank account that they're not going to use, or they won't say that the money that they're going to have is coming from a family member. And all of these things will get discovered in the loan process because of how detailed the underwriters are, and it will come up at the end. So it's better just to let your loan officer know everything that you're doing and everything that's involved in your financial history. The last do here is set reasonable closing dates and time frames. During the year, if you're doing it in a slower period, you could probably move your date up a little bit quicker. Quick right now, really quick, is 30 days. Reasonable is 45 to 60 days. It depends on the type of loan you're doing. If you try to set a really quick closing date right now, it's going to be really stressful for you because you're not going to know until a day before the contract date if it's even going to close, and you're going to be stressed out. You're not going to know if your moving truck is going to be able to move your stuff on that day. So really talk to your loan officer about what a reasonable time frame is. Let's do the don'ts now. This is really important. So on the don'ts, number one, don't change employment. I know that sounds silly, but I have a lot of times people will get another job and they're making more money, so they think it's okay to switch jobs. You need 30 days of pay stubs at your current job. So if you switch and you're supposed to close, now you have to wait until you have 30 days of pay stubs. If you were making a salary and now you went to making commissions or bonuses, we can't count commissions or bonuses until you've had them for 2 years. So talk to your loan officer about any changes in employment you're thinking about making. The second one here is opening new accounts. Furniture, for example. A lot of people will go to John B. Schultz, which is wonderful. I love John B. Schultz. But if you go buy furniture and you have a new charge card and you now owe $10,000 that you didn't when you opened, even if there's no interest and free for 2 years, you still have a payment that needs to be counted against you. The bank will check your credit right before closing, and if there's a new account, you could not qualify for your loan anymore. The last two things on here, deposits. This is a big one. On your bank statements, any deposits that are not your paychecks from your job, you have to show what it is. You have to get copies of the checks that was deposited. And do not deposit cash. Banks don't like cash. They don't know where it came from. They don't know if it came from your mom. They don't know if it came from the seller of the property that wants you to have enough money to buy your house. They will not allow cash. Do not deposit cash. Talk to your loan officer if you have cash and you want to deposit, because they will tell you not to do that. They will subtract that cash from the balance in your bank statement. And then the last thing on here, don't make moving plans until you have it cleared to close. What that means is until the bank has signed off on everything on your loan, I know you have a certain date on your sales agreement. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to close on that day. Everyone's going to try to do it, and we all want to make sure those dates happen. But until you've heard the words cleared to close, I would hold off on canceling your apartment, having your moving truck ready, just to alleviate stress on your part. If you can't avoid doing that, talk to your loan officer, and maybe they can help you with alternative plans or more reasonable time frames. If you have any questions, please email me at Megan, MEGAN, @selectmortgageerie.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.